Psychology Today. 8 signs your friend is a social climber. You ready? 1, she's status driven. She's a name dropper.
Ethan Hawke once looked at me.
Oh, I had relationships with Leonardo DiCaprio. What are you talking about? We're just gonna raw dog it like we do every episode.
That is our vibe.
What's it like to be a mom, a woman over 40?
We talk a lot about how age is just a number. It's intriguing because our minds aren't, but our bodies are like, yes, we are honest and we do keep it real.
I am Dasha.
And I'm Diana.
And this is Life Unpacked.
Hi, my name is Diana and I'm a social climber. Nice to meet you. How are you today?
I am also a social climber. Well, today we're going to talk about social climbing. Why is it in my mind I was programmed to think that social climbing is a bad thing?
I've been thinking about that deeply since we discussed, because if you're social climbing, that's deemed fake. It's not authentic. Like, imagine this is how it comes to the podcast, and then you see me at my events, and I'm like, oh, darling, I agree. I also summer in the Hamptons. Like, that's fake. So anyone's like looking at that who knows the real you. It's really, oh, she's social climbing. Ew.
But
that's why, like, because when we were younger, it meant somebody's being fake, trying to leave the group, trying to impress other people, and the people who are left behind and the social climbers climbing, they're like, ew, like, why? That's so fake. She's not even real. Like, she's trying to be somebody.
Let's be honest here. Social climbing is literally everywhere, and that is what we talk about in every episode, if you want to frame it that way. Moving to this country is social climbing from another.
Yes. You're in the spot and you see somebody like trying to be better. I think of it differently now because when I started thinking, like, I socially climbed into your group of friends. The reason we know each other, like, is because I wanted fancier friends. I was not okay with like that, which I was, and then I like randomly met you guys and I'm like, yes, this is a beautiful large step that I'm going to sleep on. I'm going to make my bed here. I'm sleeping here forever. But that was a social climbing thing. If I'm honest about it, like
all of it. When we were moving, we were looking at different neighborhoods to live in. And we had a choice. You always have a choice of either get the most expensive house in a neighborhood, or you can get the cheapest house in the neighborhood.
Well, then you'll be known as the cheapest house in the neighborhood.
But I'm for the cheapest house in the neighborhood.
No, I was just being petty. I don't have like an opinion about that. Like,
but if you had the option, okay, you have an option and you have a certain amount of money, and you're able to choose to either live in a neighborhood where you would be one of the biggest houses, you get the biggest bang for your buck, or you go to a more affluent town and you live in a much smaller house next.
Right. I was just being a jerk with my automatic response. No, obviously the cheapest house in the better neighborhood, because you want to be amongst people.
Isn't that the whole epitome of social climbing?
Like, because you want the A-rated schools, and because you know that this is a community that's going to serve you better, and you just want to be a part of it. We moved to Florida, and I also chose a neighborhood that was like in line with my baseline of what I believe to be true. Good schools, safe. I too would buy the cheapest house in the better neighborhood.
Yes, and that was actually a point of contention with my husband, because he was actually thinking of the other way, and he wanted to get the most bang for his buck. And of course now I agree I was right. But
Right, you were right. It's kind of like the same thing. Do you want to be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond?
yes.
Like like it's also being like the smartest person in the room. You're not learning anything. You have to change your room. And that means you're climbing somewhere. And then maybe you're going to be the lowest of that room until you assimilate and learn and study and like adapt. I think it's like a personal growth type thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point, is to socially climb, is to not stay where you are, not to stay stagnant, and to continue evolving and making better friends and better choices when it comes to your body, your wellness, and everything else.
Yeah. That reminds me like something my best friend said. She's like, you always manage to become friends with like type A women. And I thought about it, I'm like, why would I become friends with type B women? So we could sit on the couch together and talk about our dreams and like that we'll never accomplish. Like, no, I'm no. Like I need to find like a you, a her
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Because who's gonna motivate me? Her behavior, her actions
Yes.
versus the type B person, which I am. It's like, oh, let's
Yes.
talk about it. Let's make a collage.
Yes. And so do you think some that thought process stops others and they're afraid to social climb because they don't want to be seen like fake or better than, like, everyone's so obsessed with being relatable and staying humble. The people at the top are not. They're obsessed with result, right? Like, if you're a winner, you're going to talk about being a winner. And yes, I think at some point it's a fine line. um, but I don't know. I find it fascinating that some people don't want to touch it.
Well, um, I think it's an evolution of self. And like the thing is, though, I'm aspiring now to run a successful business. Um, and not everyone wants to own a business, and that's valid. But I feel like the evolution of self, it's not like social climbing a position. It could just be like social climbing a different like mood that you are happy in the place of your life, you know? And, but not everyone, like what is better, what we think is better is not better for all. But I think everyone needs to evolve past where they are. And I'm not saying which direction to go to. I'm not saying like, oh, you're like complaining all the time or sad, and then you need to evolve into like social climbing into a better place with a different group, like a tier of people, like the billionaires or millionaires, blah blah blah. Like you got to get out of that mindset of like, if you're not happy where you are, you have to elevate yourself, whichever direction that may be.
That's a really good point, actually, about the billionaires, because if you look at it the other side, the way we've been conditioned to think, social climbing is when you're trying to be a part of this uh, untouchable group of these certain people that have these incredible lives. And I guess the way I've always thought of it is social climbing is you want to social climb in that rich circle. My question is, when did that thought develop for both of us, that social climbing is bad and social climbing is synonymous with you trying to get into the wealthy circles? Because the way that I think of it now, social climbing is absolutely not that. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. But social climbing is everything. And you trying to have a better life for yourself and leaving your friends who don't have any aspirations, who don't take care of themselves, who don't take care of their kids, who don't aspire to do better in
You know
life.
those people?
I don't, because,
Oh, it's an environment thing.
but that's what I'm saying. That's socially, that's, you could think of it as social climbing. You changed from those friends that maybe you grew up with, you spent your whole life with them, but you realized they no longer are in the same wavelength as you. So to me, that's also concept of social climbing. But why is it when we were growing up, we thought social climbing is that? And I'm just so curious where it came from. Like, I
Okay,
wish I could pinpoint it. Because clearly it was embedded in our brains.
I think that why we started to think that is probably like the way the person was started to behave to their older friends, like a different person. And I do think you could socially climb groups of like any group. It doesn't have to be wealth. Okay, so I just looked it up. The internet told me because it involves manipulation, insincerity, and using people as tools for personal gain, rather genuine connection, leading to broken relationships, feeling of being used, and a focus on status over substance, which often results in hollow achievements and insecurity. So I think that the definition you're putting onto social climbing is different than like society's.
Correct. So then what are we talking about? How do you call that then?
I think it's evolving, changing, and moving into a different direction because you didn't socially climb away from your friends. You're trying to achieve a goal and you want to, like in the business world, that's called networking. And sometimes you build a connection, but you're trying to achieve a goal. Like, of course, it's not sincere. You can't be sincere with everyone.
Okay, so now the fact that the definition of social climbing is one, and I've been talking about social climbing being something completely different. How do we
bring it together?
How do we
like
bring
one
it
thing, like I don't like when I think about because I went to film school, and you have to socially climb there. You got to meet people. You have to do all those things. I'm like, I'm not interested. But if you're a genuine person who goes and tries to build genuine connections, then that wouldn't go into the social climbing box.
Fascinating. I guess social climbing is work, business is all social climbing. Because you don't have any actual relationships with those people. The relationships are surface level, and you're trying to climb to the top, and you have to be nice to people that you don't want to be, but you have to be. So I
Yeah, it's
guess
like
that's really the
soft boundaries,
epitome.
huh?
Huh?
Soft boundaries.
You have to have self
I mean,
boundaries in
I
business.
think that's life. I mean, how many people can one person actually like and build connections with on a deep level? So we need those superficial relationships. It's too much to ask that a person connects with everyone.
So
So
now, what do we think about social climbing?
I don't like to be socially climbed on. Like, don't use me as a step. Like, I'm not the one. Don't play with me. I might leave a review about you once you get to where you're going. I'm going to save my story about you, not you. You're great. But a person who, like, uses me and then ghosts, if that were to ever be, don't do it. Like, for instance, if I have a friend, which I don't, that would come here to my house to like show off like something nice I had, like to show on social media, and then like not tag me and act like it's her own, and be like, okay, babe, see you later. That's social climbing. Or somebody who uses you to get what they want, like that's not nice. But to expect genuine connection from all people, I don't think that's possible.
So it is viewed as, I think that in mom circles, there's a lot of social climbing, and I think that's okay. I actually think I am not against it. She's status driven. So social climbers use friendships to enhance their own status. She's a name dropper. She's a user, lacks empathy, unreliable, queen bee. I mean, can we talk about this? Psychology Today. Are you ready? 8 signs your friend is a social climber. Are you ready? 1, she's status driven. She's a name dropper.
Ethan Hawke once looked at me.
Oh, I relationships with Leonardo DiCaprio. What are you talking about?
What?
My husband
Next
still talks
episode.
about it. She's overly concerned with appearances.
Less so.
She's a selective friend poacher.
I actually don't poach friends.
See, I don't know, I don't ever poach friends, but if you happen to have a connection and you become friends with them, I see, I don't know how I feel about the way that's phrased. If you introduce them to someone in your social circle, they may hijack the friendship to get closer to a more important or accomplished person than you. So this is like, okay, so no, I would never hijack to get closer, but if it happens, it happens. It's all
Right. Like
comes from authenticity. Authentic.
exactly. Like genuine
She's a
connections.
user.
What is it?
She's a user, not us. She lacks empathy.
Not us.
That is definitely not us. She's unreliable.
I wouldn't say that's me.
Definitely not that. She's a queen bee. They try to control social circles and have no qualms about dumping, substituting, and excluding a friend from the group. They may
No, that's
resort to
definitely not me.
belittling and gossiping to get the job done.
Yeah, this
So
person sounds awful.
they're a
Ill.
social
We are
climber.
not that.
So here's what I'm seeing underneath it all is that person is inauthentic.
Yes.
That's what all of it comes down to. They're inauthentic, which is the exact opposite of who we are.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of those things, but we do them.
The person who's not authentic surely must be authentic with themselves or they don't know themselves.
So, example, okay. I am trying to get on a board of a charity.
Nice. Should get new friends.
So I can get more connections. Am I a social climber?
No, I think it's a goal that you've set, and those are the steps that you need to do to get to where you want to go, because that's the point of networking. And the hope is that you do build a genuine connection with a person. You have to do it. That's business. That's just business.
But what about others that are doing it because they want more status and they want
But so do you.
importance?
Why? Like being on a board is like status. That's cool.
Right. So others are approaching it, same idea, but the why behind it is the status and stature and approval and to be seen in these circles.
Yeah. At the end of the day, at our core, I think like the core feeling that you, me, these people are like literally the same.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter like the stories that we tell, like it's rising to the top. And I'm going to get deep here. At the core, none of us are this way. At the core, when we strip it all away, we're just simple beings. And these are all things that we're doing to like play the game of society. And you've chosen this top tier business, tech, CEO life. So my next step is getting to know the people in my city, which is what I told you right before, right? It's like a goal and you're climbing to reach the goal. But at the end of the day, none of us are like really like this at home when nobody's looking. We only like want to do it because like what else are you going to do? The other option is do nothing, and I'm very depressed when I do nothing.
So social climbing implies manipulation, right, of people and resources. In order to arrive at a desired rank of social prestige. The difference is because I view myself definitely trying to social climb, but I am not trying to do it on the back of others. I'm trying to build it myself.
Right.
I want to get into those circles, or maybe not, I don't know. But I want the opportunity to see what it's like.
Exactly.
Because of me deserving a seat at the table I want to have a seat at the table, and I want to know that I got that seat at the table, not because I manipulated people and I sucked up to people. I guess that's the difference. Again, it goes to the why. Why are
Right.
you doing it?
Well, you're a more authentic person, and I guess like the character of the person who does those things,
Hmm.
that's their character, and
Yes.
they will get ahead. That will work. That they will they will get it because
But
they're
you,
ruthless. They're like a little sociopathic actually.
but you don't think that people are able to see through it?
Yeah, I would see it. I'm like, ugh, that person. While I'm sitting over here and they're like all the way up there. I'm like, oh man, why you keep getting hot? Oh, I hate you. I hate you. Like, right? Like that's like I knew early on, like corporate America is not for me because it's not like how hard you work. It's the people you know who you're walking the halls around, who you're having lunch with, who you're having a cigarette break with. There was a Friends episode about this.
Yes.
That it's just like accurate and true. And the person who works really hard, that's who like the social people dump their work on. And they're like, oh my God, but I like work so hard. I don't get it. Like this is just the rules, like all's love and fair, war and love and war.
But
That's what
those,
it is.
but those people that are getting climbed on, do they not see it?
They need to work on boundaries. If you're constantly getting pooed on by a social climber, that's your fault. Okay. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, three times, four times. Stop being a doormat. And it sucks because, like, as a former people pleaser, it's hard. You have to work out of it. Everyone is like worried about their own mission, right? And that's your mission. If you're like bothered by the social climber, set a boundary with yourself, remove the social climber, and then be annoyed from afar, right? We talk about this soft boundaries, hard boundaries.
But I would be surprised. Why would those people allow a social climber to in order to get to the point of social climbers seeing you as an opportunity, you had to have proven yourself and you had to have done something. And by that
Well,
point, you grow thick skin. So how do you not see, like,
well,
no, get out of here? I no.
I would argue that the person that I was like talking about um, is somebody that the social climber just like uses for whatever needs that she or he has. And then if you're at that level, then you would be like, you're fake news. Get out of here, scram. But all people are different. Not everyone's like thick skinned. I talk a lot of game here, but you catch me in these streets and I might be like, oh my God, yeah. Like, you know, like people are just human and imperfect.
Are social climbers narcissists?
Say again?
Are social climbers narcissists? Because that's what it makes me think of,
Maybe. I
right?
like
Because
honestly don't even know the definition of narcissist anymore because of social media. Narcissists are very insecure, which I guess a social climber is.
yes, yes, that's right.
It's just like wearing a different type of mask. You know, we're all masking and stuff. They're just trying to feel better than they actually are.
It's interesting. Yeah, so like a social climber would like talk with you and hang out with you when they're bored and they have no one else, right? And then,
I've seen the social climbing mom
mhm.
and I have made fun of her. Guilty, but I have a different perspective now. Everyone just wants to hang out with the people that bring out their light, make them feel good. Maybe it's aspirational. And then the vicious ones who will step on you, steal your stuff, lie, cheat, steal, like that's just like a different group of people. I don't even know those people. That's like next level stuff. Or
Mhm.
like just a mom in the school who wants to hang out with another group of moms because she likes what they do and she's going to try to get into that group, just trying to survive, just trying to find a new village,
Right.
you know? Um, and so the friends that she's leaving behind are going to be like, "Ew, she's social climbing," but she's just trying what what's going to make her happy, what's going to make her kids happy.
Right. You want something better for yourself. So I guess if you dissect it, it is who you are on the inside and how you approach it.
It's like survival of the fittest. You're just trying to survive. Let's say you're going to a group of moms that are higher status and you
Yeah.
become friends with them. That's
Yeah.
all sorts of benefits for your child.
That's
That's
right.
a different play group. That's
That's
like
right.
and you're going through high school together and
That's right.
college, and like who you know matters. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear this nonsense that it doesn't, okay?
But the question is, are you doing it and are you fake while you're doing it, right? While you're there? Or are you doing it because you think to yourself, okay, I like them and they give me this and this and this?
I'm sure it feels real. And you can't like really fight too much. You can't like fake who you are for too long, right? If you're not really like these people, but
I think you can. You
yeah,
live a
but you
lie.
always get caught. There's tells. There's a
I don't think
tell
so. I think there are
that you
people
don't.
that live a lie and their whole lives they live a lie.
There's sociopaths.
Is if you are a true social climber, you are inauthentic to yourself. Because I don't think those people realize that they're doing it. Or maybe they do.
I have found that a lot of people don't have self-awareness.
Mm.
That's a very, very hard thing to come by. And no, they don't know that they're doing it. They probably like, oh, like I would be like a wild animal, hungry, food, go. Want, need, go. Like it's just like a survival thing. That's just something how they are, who they are, how they behave.
Before you said something about social climbing and social media. What were you saying?
No, I think social media changed the game. I think that now that like everyone's posting where they're traveling to,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like people see there's a lot of things to aspire to. And social media makes it so that you could fake it because it's just like a picture or something. You can like go on a budget travel to every single Instagram worthy photograph place, right? And stay at you could camp out, but as long as you have that picture in the swing or those fun mountains to the west that look like this and they're brown, charcoal, and you stayed across state lines and you walk there, but you
Yeah.
have your picture. And people can think you're rich. And now you could change the background
Mm-hmm.
on Canva. People are just like mentally ill more than ever, I feel. Like guilty, but it's true.
So you
You
have the
see what other
illusion.
people are doing. And if you're not therapizing yourself and you're not like getting to the core and you're going to always like want what other people have, that's just not a good sign for the brain, for the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, social media makes everything worse.
Yeah, you have the illusion. You can give the illusion of you being at the top when in reality you're not.
Yeah, and that was always my struggle because I was like, oh, always self-deprecating, like always have to tell people like, no, this is why it's real. Like this is the truth. Like very literal, like and sometimes it's okay to just show off a little bit. Everyone deserves a little sparkle in their lives to feel
Yes.
special.
Someone gave me the most incredible quote. It's hard being shiny.
It is. Because
That's
everyone
how the kids go these days.
Oh yes, yes. I
Yes.
I actually did that with a young person and we hugged. She's like,
I think it's
I like
actually very
it.
cute.
I like it.
Adorable.
I think everyone should aspire to be a better version of themselves from like last time. Just keep working on it. And the people who are intentionally being dishonest and like lying, cheating, using you, they would do that no matter what. That's just how they are. That's just like the person.
So we believe in social climbing and raising your status,
Yes.
right? But it's your why behind it or how you go about doing it. We keep talking about always striving for better. You want to do better, you want to make more money, you want to have better things, you want to be able to, whatever the reason. If you want it for yourself, you want it to be able to help more people, you want to live a better life. That requires for you to A, have the funds behind it, and two, have the right people behind you that are into the same things. Otherwise, it's not going
Right.
to work. Which is the same concept as social climbing, because you are trying to associate yourself with people of a higher social class or socioeconomic status, which is kind of roughly the same thing that we're saying. But the definition of social climbing is the way you go about doing it.
Right.
The end result is probably the same, or you want the same end result, but it is the why behind it that's different.
Yes. Yes. The why.
I think that's what it is. It's the why, because their why is to get there at any cost. So you're gonna fake it till you make it. You're going to dazzle, say things, use people. You're going to just do what you need to do to get there.
Yes.
While for us, we're still trying to get there, but we're trying to get there um, while we are the source of getting there. They're trying to get there while they're using other people to get there.
Right.
And that is why it's called social climbing. For us, it's our own climbing,
I'm climbing.
self climbing.
I'm climbing upon myself. I just yes, yes. Yes, because I wouldn't use a person. That's mean.
It finally, in my head, it finally makes sense now. The word of social climbing is you're climbing on others to get what you want. We are all about you make yourself belong in those circles
Yes.
because of you putting in the work on bettering yourself.
Right, right, right. I like that. Yes.
Then that makes sense, because I'm very much a climber. We always talk about it. You're supposed to climb till the day you die. You fucking climb.
Right. Yes, I believe that you have to keep going. I would say that I'm also trying to climb a career ladder,
Mm-hmm.
and that will entail me stepping into a new version of myself where I present differently, but I'm the same OG, guys, never change. Right? So like that's the point. Somebody from afar could be like, "Oh my god, look at her. Ew, like why is she dressed like that? Why is she doing that?" It's because I'm trying to better myself, and that person is not yet there at that frequency to understand.
That's right. That's
And
right.
that's okay. I don't understand a lot of things. No shade. No shade. Our main goal here is to inspire people to be better versions of themselves, follow their dreams, evolve, and into whichever direction that resonates with you, the person listening. And if that means you're going to be in a different social circle, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Keep moving, keep changing, and just don't be Dick
Don't be
Tracy
fake.
about it, you know?
Don't be fake. As long as you're authentic, as long as everything you do comes from authenticity and you truly are enjoying those circles, and you're not doing it and you're not using other people, which I think is wrong.
Yeah. Using people is not right.
No.
Give back a little.
All right.
Good
And on that
talk.
note,
On that note, peace out
till next week.
or goodbye. Mhm.